Question 30. Solve 2/3 of x plus 12 in a bracket equals 12. So x is a mystery number, and we've got to figure out what that mystery number is. We're going to treat this like any other equation. We're going to draw a number machine, starting with the letter x. Then we're going to reverse the number machine, and we'll get back to what x is. So the first thing that's being done to that letter x, you've got to look inside brackets first because of bid mass. So the only thing that's been happening to that x inside the bracket is 12 is being added onto it. But then the whole bracket is then times by 2/3. Don't forget there's an invisible times sign between the 2/3 and the bracket. So we are then timesing by 2/3. And that is all equal to 12. So 12 pops out the other side. All we've got to do then is reverse it backwards. So the opposite of times 2/3 is divide by 2/3. And the opposite of add 12 is take away 12. So if we can work backwards and do 12 divided by 2/3, take away 12, we'll basically have our answer for the mystery value of x. So the question is 12 divided by 2/3. Now this is where keep change flip comes in, dividing fractions. Remember there's a YouTube video. If you just type in keep change flip, dividing fractions, you'll see the YouTube video. I'm sure you've seen it before. So we need that in this case because we're trying to do 12 divided by 2/3. So we keep the first thing as it is, although we need to put our invisible 1 in, don't forget. So keep 12 over 1 as 12 over 1. Swap the divide for a times and flip 2 over 3 to become 3 over 2. Okay, you must remember to put that invisible 1 in underneath the whole number. So top times top, 12 times 3 is 36. Bottom times bottom, 1 times 2 is 2. So we're left with 36 divided by 2, which is 18. So 12 divided by 2/3 is 18. Now we can go back to our original question. So 12 divided by 2/3 is 18, and then 18 minus 12 is 6. So it looks like we're saying that x equals 6. A good mathematician will always go back to the question and check that that works. So x is 6. So let's just check it works in the question. 6 plus 12, if you do the brackets first, is 18. And then 2/3 of 18, well, 1/3 of 18 is 6. So 2/3 of 18 would be 2 lots of 6, which would indeed give us 12. So correct answer, it works, x equals 6. If you feel like you've been able to do that one in your head, that is great, but just remember that sometimes with equations, the numbers themselves can be quite tricky, and you're much less likely to be able to do a tricky one in your head. The numbers for this one weren't too difficult, really. So if you could do it in your head and get x equals 6, that's great. But I would still take time to learn the method, draw the number machine, reverse the number machine, divide by a fraction, keep change flip, so that if ever you need that for a more difficult one, you're able to do it.